This week, it seems I have been channeling my late grandmother quite a bit in my spiciness and the way I'm seeing the world. And that makes a lot of sense because her date of passing was just a couple of days ago, and her birthday is in just a couple of days. And so this week is just a week that I feel her and I remember her, but I had to laugh to myself as I was preparing for this podcast episode because it is my tough love episode. I imagine my grandmother who was loving and kind and smart and also did not have time for your bullshit. I am just picturing and remembering and feeling, mostly with fondness, a little side of questionable, but mostly fondness, the tough love energy that she gave and that she passed on to me. And so I'm passing it on to you tonight because I have been hearing more than one of my clients recently who are in this cycle of self sabotage. And y'all, a girl loves to self sabotage. Prove me wrong, please. I would love to be wrong about that. But a lot of women, every woman I know has these patterns of self sabotage. And I've been hearing three specific forms of self sabotage with some of my clients. And I'm guessing because this is popping up more than once that some of you are dealing with this too. So I want to tell you about the forms of self sabotage that I have been seeing and hearing about, and hopefully give you a little shake, like wake it up, girl, wake it up. You want to say that things aren't where you want them to be, but what you doing about it? Like, shake it up. I'm here to shake, but also to like hug and embrace and love and be the one that reminds you that there is always a way out of a pattern. At least so far, I have found that to be true in my life. So let's just look at these three, okay? This might be a super quick episode, but I think it's gonna hopefully like drive the nail in a little bit, make you feel like, oh, she is talking to me. Um, but do so with an embrace and love that I am saying this because I want you to have more freedom and enjoyment and connection and confidence in your relationship. And I am seeing these things get in the way. So let me tell you what they are. Number one is assuming that something good doesn't last. Like because something good has happened, oh, well, where's the other shoe or when's the other shoe going to drop? And there are two things that can be at play here that I want you to be aware of so that you can be intentional about interrupting this pattern that your brain is getting yourself into. One is this idea called the upper limit. And I actually did an entire podcast episode on this, so I'm going to try to remember to link it in the show notes. But what is going on here? The upper limit concept is that we have a ceiling, an upper limit of what we can experience, like what our capacity is for joy and fulfillment. And so we can have these times where we kind of stop ourselves from expanding further or letting the good last longer because we have a limit in our heads and our brains are trying to prove that prove itself right. And that's where a shutdown can happen. That's where you like get to that point where you're kind of looking for something to be upset about or to just be that other shoe finally dropping. But the other aspect here can be the reality that good stress is still stress. I just had a very good day on Sunday. Mike and I had the opportunity to speak and have a table at Babies and Bumps, which, if you're not familiar, it is like an expo it is an expo, and there are local vendors and demonstrations and workshops. And so we were so honored to be able to do a workshop together on thriving together after having a baby. But doing that and then just spending like I don't know, we spent 3 to 4 hours at a table interacting with couples who are coming through, who were expecting or new parents, and literally being able to be so on in that space all day was like my dream come true. It was so wonderful. I loved it so much. And guess what? The next day, I was a little grumpy. I felt depleted. I felt a little depressy. And I was like, honey, like, what's going on? We had such a good day yesterday. And I really wanted to roll with that momentum. And here I am, like, I hit a wall. And what I realized for myself was that even that really good stress, because excitement and anxiety, or what is it? Excitement and fear, that they say feels the same in your body. But even good stress can cause you to, again, kind of hit that upper limit and feel the overwhelm or kind of the hangover, right? The emotional hangover that can come. So don't write something off like the good is ending because your mood comes down or because you have a day that doesn't feel as momentous. Recognize that you are continually coming up against and expanding your upper limit. I think that should be a goal for a lot of us, to expand our capacity to have better days and better days and better days. I mean, even in things like, let's expand our capacity to have better sex and then better sex than that and then better sex than that. Let's expand our capacity to have more productive arguments and then more than that, productive arguments, and then arguments that are more productive than that. Like, we're not here to hit some level of perfection, but to be continually expanding our capacity for those things. So don't self-sabotage when something gets good and then make yourself believe that good things don't last or you don't deserve good things, or you have a really, really great date night with your partner and then the next morning, let's say it's Sunday morning, you get in an argument over what's for breakfast and what you're going to do for the day. Okay, that doesn't mean that last night wasn't good. Don't throw it out. Don't be dramatic like that. I see some of you literally standing in your kitchens having this yelling match. But I know what this is like. And I hear this inside the people I talk to and I get to work with. So don't do that to yourself, okay? Expand your capacity to hold joy and excitement and achievement and good and growth. Don't be the person that holds yourself down because you stay stuck in that loop. And if you're like, well, how the hell do I do that? Then, hi, that is exactly why I'm here. And you probably need some coaching through that. Or you can continue to try to do it yourself and get stuck and then prove to yourself that you just get stuck every single time and then loop, loop, loop. Okay. I'm here to help you get out of that loop. Let's get into these other self-sabotage things that I see happening. Number 2 is that you're giving your partner more control than you admit. Let me tell you what I mean here. I am seeing, and I'm saying this with love, my friends, but I am seeing a lot of people, a lot of women right now who are really placing a lot of their self-worth, their satisfaction, their belief in themselves, their pride in themselves. They're putting this on their husbands and on the response of their husbands. And it kind of comes from this place of like, well, I just want to make sure that I'm being a good wife or I'm being a good mom, or, I just want to know, that you're happy. I'm seeing this to an unhealthy extent, if I'm being honest, where you need to own your own joy and confidence and belief in yourself. You need to own most of that. Maybe not 100%, but you need to own most of that. And if you are not, if you are creating some dependence on your partner in order for you to have those feelings that you need to be confident, you are taken the cheap way out and it's not working either. So I'm calling you not out but in. I'm calling you in with love. If you are self-sabotaging right now by giving your partner more control than you want to admit, if you would be embarrassed at how much you let your partner's reaction and interaction with you dictate how you feel about yourself, we've got some work to do, and I'm here to do it with you. Last one. All right. Last one is some of you are self-sabotaging right now by not taking me time, personal time, recharge time, whatever you want to call it, because you're insecure, but you're scapegoating the kids on this and saying, well, everything's so busy. The schedules are so busy. Some of y'all are so busy, not because those things are really necessary or high priorities, but because you are scared to go to a new gym. You're scared to start a new book club with new people. You're scared to find an outfit that you feel good in because your entire closet feels gross. Okay? When we know what's really happening here, you get to start to work with it. Not judge yourself, not be harsh, but we get to start playing with it and working with it and figure out how to move forward. But some of you aren't moving forward because you're not being real about why you're not taking me time. And I call you in with love. Again, I'm calling you in with love, but that's not doing you any good. Okay? It's harming you. It's probably harming your relationship. So let's just look it in the eye and take care of it. So this is maybe a little more direct than I anticipated it would be. And also, y'all, when I get convicted, I get convicted. That is the ex-evangelical churchy girl in me. But I do feel convicted about moms, parents, couples, dads, and the importance of this foundation your relationship is for your family, for your kids, for the future that we have. And I am here on this microphone because I care about making the world a better place. And I know that my place in that is helping in relationships. And so if any of this stuck out to you, I want to hear about it. Please tell me. Please give me feedback. Did I lose you all today in my mammal inspired, energy filled semi lecture? Or do you like it? Can we bring mammal infused Chels more often? Please let me know. It's an experiment. Okay. I am proud of you. If no one's told you today, you're a damn good mom. And I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this episode, I would be so grateful if you take a minute to help spread the word. As a small business owner, shares and reviews go a long way. So share this episode with a friend, share it on your social media, and please leave a review if you haven't done so. This helps these messages get to more mamas, and you guys, that's how we change the world.